Every Saturday afternoon, Mom would hand us a dime, send my brother and me down to the picture show. We'd sit there in the dark with popcorn and RC Cola, watching Dracula rise, Wolfman howling at the moon. But the biggest, baddest one of all was a green-skinned giant shuffling through the hall. Frankenstein, with bolts stuck in his neck, scared us half to death, but we couldn't look away. Yeah. Monsters in the alley, waiting for the sun to die. Shadows getting longer as the daylight says goodbye. We cut through that dark and dingy shortcut home. Brother swore it saved us time, but I knew we weren't alone. Yeah, the matinee monsters came alive that night. Frankenstein was standing there in the pale moonlight, heart beating like a kick drum, running for our lives. Monsters in the alley still haunt me sometimes. We stepped out from the theater, the sky turning blood red. Brother grabbed my hand and said, "Come on this way instead." The alley smelled like garbage, rats scurried across the ground, old busted street lights flickering, not a single soul around. Then the sun slipped behind the rooftops, darkness creeping in, and there he was, just like on the screen, tall and stitched up skin, bolts in his head, coat torn and dragging on the stone. Those flat-top boots stomping slow, we were never walking home alone. Monsters in the alley, waiting for the sun to die. Shadows getting longer as the daylight says goodbye. We cut through that dark and dingy shortcut home. Brother swore it saved us time, but I knew we weren't alone. Yeah, the matinee monsters came alive that night. Frankenstein was standing there in a pale moonlight, heart beating like a kick drum, running for our lives. Monsters in the alley still haunting me sometimes. We never told Mama what we saw that evening glow. She'd just laugh and say, "Boys, y'all watch too many shows." But every time I pass an alley after dark, I still feel those heavy footsteps following my heart. Monsters in the alley, they never really went away. They live in the corners of the memories that stay. Now I'm grown with kids of my own, send them to the matinee, but I always pick them up when the sun starts to fade. Cause there's monsters in the alley waiting for the night. Frankenstein and all his friends still giving me a fright. Yeah, the matinee monsters, they taught me how to run. Monsters in the alley to the setting sun. Monsters in the alley, yeah, they're still out there. Under the pale